And today, the promised horror story. The Patanjali Yoga Ashram, Swami Ramdev and all. And they have as you know, they have a very large food products production and distribution center, the largest food processing units in the world in Haridwar. And yoga, the thing with which he has begun, and then Ayurveda, a large empire they have, and they have a president for their operations in Kerala, one Mr. Bhaskaran in the northern tip of Kerala, Kannur. Once I took the trouble of covering all this distance by train and went to meet him to send some 10 or 12 of my books to the Patanjali top bosses through him while he now and then goes to Haridwar. This horror story is his experience. One full daytime I spent with him at his house in Kannur, and the discussion after discussion, heart-to-heart talks were going on, and in that process, he felt my pulse about what I think about ghosts, Bhudam, Pretam, things like that. And I said, I have reasons to believe this. Then only he started telling me about this story. His place is sort of a distant, forlorn village, and houses here and there far between, and some small shops and a bus stop. These were the features of his place. One night, by about 2:30, he was reaching home, and when he reached this bus stop, there were dim electric lights, but still he saw someone getting up from a nearby shop veranda, crossed the road and stopped him, came in front of his bike, and he had to stop. The one who presented there stopped the bike, caught hold of the bike, perhaps something, I don't remember that very clearly, that is immaterial, but he was wearing the attire of a communist headload worker. And the most important thing is, his eyes were burning, like glowing like splinters, fire. This man, Bhaskaran, the president, was terrified. A shudder went through his spine, and a fire raged inside him, like a volcanic eruption inside. He called out for help to Devi. There was a Devi temple somewhat at a distance from that place. He called out the Devi, and then he heard the sound of a bell jingling, bell of tied to the neck of a bullock cart bull, and he said that represented the arrival of the Devi, and this ghost disappeared. That eyes were burning, glowing like a bulb or something. That is the horror of it. Okay, he returns. Welcome back, everyone. Today, what I have to communicate with you is something extraordinary, out of the ordinary, unheard of, unbelievable, surprising, yet it is my own first-hand experience. With the requirement of evicting an astral personality from a living human body, I have explained so many things before about my requirement, and I had knocked at so many doors that you already know. I have communicated it to you all. In the course of this affair, in a mosque in Trivandrum, there the so many, a few dozen of exorcists take their place. At the foot of each pillar, one man, sometimes woman, will take their seat, sitting on the floor. And very many people from 2-3 districts come who are in need of this, getting rid of these occupant astral beings, come there to get a release from their situation. And I was near someone, one exorcist Thomas. Towards the end of the session, Devi from Attukal temple addressed me and said, "It is 7 o'clock, time for me to go for puja. I am leaving. If you have any problem, grievance, come to that palmyra tree and say that." In Attukal temple, inside the campus compound, there is a palmyra tree close to the sanctum sanctorum of the Devi, outside the temple structure but inside the compound wall. I was astonished. A Devi whose existence I was not having even 1% of belief, condescending to speak to me. Imagine. So far, till that moment, I didn't have any belief that any god or goddess or anybody makes use of the idols. I simply considered that somebody makes an idol with wood or stone or metals or combination of metals and places there, and people worship not the idol exactly. Everybody knows that idol is not the thing they are worshipping. It is the deity represented by the idol. But now there is proof that the represented entity actually occupies that idol, at least during the puja time, and when people come there, they come. I have from the same exorcist sources, I know that they roam about the whole country at other times.